What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to my Cyber Knights Flashpoint challenge run. Today, we're going to be completing the power play storyline for the Battletank service. And when I get the ability to, though I can't, I believe, right now, going to be trying to switch up my team a bit. I've realized I've been running Liat and all the sniper buffs for pretty much the entire run. And while a hacker is a bit non-negotiable, my Cyber Knight I kind of consider non-negotiable, and Warmachine is just new, so I'm going to run her constantly. I should switch out the last slot a bit more than I have been. So if I have open slots, I will do so. If I don't have open slots, Liat's to go on his mission. But regardless, let's go ahead and get this started up here. Everything is lined up and the power play is on deck. Let's make this happen. Given the slash and burn nature of how Rook Tech has tried to cover up the failed Battletank project, they're sure to eventually execute Estelle. They don't know that the architecture bioprint is hidden inside Estelle's head, so she isn't that valuable in their eyes. They have other fish to fry. Still, two highly ranked generals are dead, a cybernetics division is shuttered, star researchers have all disappeared. I doubt they're going to let you get to Estelle without a fight. The compensation will more than cover your risk, but we all know what's most important there. Trust me, as soon as I have the bioprint, you'll be the first customers in line. We've already talked about what is going to be possible, so Estelle is the only prisoner held in R Block 12 right now. Should be a direct hit, break, and go. That's why the partner I need, the sixth, the last, is ready to be planned in Command HQ. So here is our mission. She's going to get the Project Battletank implants. We get some gold cubes we can't use. We get a bunch of XP if we get a bunch of kills. We'll see if we can even do that. Standard influence for her, she'll go up to 90. We can take our gold key from Dance Hall. Honestly, I want the loot. Honestly, okay. The way okay, cool. It's a two-parter. Didn't know that. By the Matrix Snoop, let's see. This one does not say it has any hacking involved. This one does. So I think this one won't have anything here. So Matrix Snoop's going to be a dead pickup. We'll grab cameras every time. I'm debating whether or not I want a blue key and whether or not I want to hack the gold key. I think, yeah, let's cash in the Dance Hall favor and hope it pays for itself, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah. Exterior cargo hub. Let's go with part one. We'll prep our mercs to deploy. Do we have a replacement for bubbles? Yes, we can run jackknife. Okay, then we will do so. So, switch the team around at least a little bit. I'm going to make one... Actually, no, we have no crit chance printing, so we're going to keep you with your new fancy railgun. It's very loud, but it is what it is. That silenced here. Berserker Blade is in. This is the move speed one. So even though I don't like the intrinsics here, they don't help her at all. She's not using an SMG or an assault rifle. And the SMG accuracy would help for him. I would rather have the 10% move speed from this than the... Honestly, even the armor is about the same. So it's really just taking the move speed, which I think is worth it for a melee character. This is the squad. I think we're fine like this. So I can't think of anything else that we're looking forward to. We have people in the trainer. I'm going to double check that real quick. Yep, people are in the trainer, so yeah. The sixth, the last, is ready to be planned. We need to infiltrate the Rook Technologies R Block 12 prison through the cargo hub. From there, we will locate and steal a red key and then proceed to Cell 2 and release the prisoner, the sixth, and never will be Battletank Estelle. So here is our squad. We are setting out Liat so that we have a slightly different look to our squad. Everyone else, though, I'm going to keep as they are. Let's rock. We're here, time to get to work. The main prison building is just ahead. Keep it light if you can. There will be enough time to rile up Rook Tech security once you're nearer to her cell. So, we have a gold key for a future room. We've got no loot boxes here. We're already at sec level 1. We've got several guards who are pretty nearby and might patrol into me, so gotta be careful. I'm gonna try to preserve the camera leverage for a future turn. There's only 2 cameras here anyway. We could go up the middle and knock both of these down, but we have to get through all these guards, which could be difficult. Let's start by getting some info. You're a basic guard going that way. You're a basic guard going... Well, you're a sword guy going that way. You're actually a gunner. With where we're standing... I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think even from right here, he won't have line of sight on my troops, so I'm not worried about it. And you're walking away, so... I mean, he's going to stop right here. You're going to stop right there. I say let him walk around. I think we're going to be okay. Do I have to kill any of these cameras? I don't think so. If they're going to end here and here, we can go up the middle. And you're not close enough. I'm not going to... Well, let's make sure. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Let's let them go ahead and have their turns. We'll spam delay. Off we go. So you're going over there. You're going to stop, I think, right around here from what I recall. A little bit farther than I thought. Close enough, though. And then you, I believe, can't see over these boxes. Yep. Prediction accurate. Not bad. You're going away. Great. Thanks for being useless. I'm proud of you. And then you're just turning back and forth, although you might be a little bit annoying. I think we'll be okay. So let's have static lead. Let's turn on the vision cones so I know what I'm dealing with here. It looks like getting here is going to be fine. We'll break your armor, then keep going. If I need to do anything extra special afterwards, I will... You're going to see my whole team. No way around that. You are going to see stuff for long enough. A lot of people here. It's fine. Let's start with a nice armor slice. Second hit's looking decent. Didn't crit. That's what I wanted. That allows me to claw. Claw kill is... Okay, that's a glance. It's fine. Second, it's going to be good. Down you go. Surprisingly low accuracy on that, but he had an evasion buff, I think, being a swordsman. I'm going to leave you where you are. You can cheat somewhat forward, I guess. We're not going to go that far anyway. I guess we can get to here and it's fine. Yeah, we'll see if I can get my entire team up there or not. I'm unsure. For now, we'll leave you where you are. Bracket's probably not the best one for this. I'm going to have you yield and have Panther go. Panther's a ton of move speed, so if he spends action points getting kills, that's not too bad. Let's go as far as you can while still having a shot. Looks like right there is going to do it. Okay. Well, you did see us briefly, but doesn't really matter. Not a very good first hit. It was a glancing hit, and it still almost one-shot him. Alright, well, all you can really do is run this far forward and be done with it. You're not doing anything special. You might be scary, but it's unlikely. We'll run up to here. That should be alright. There's a chance that you matter. That might be a little bit of a problem. But I'm also pretty sure my entire team rolls really well at initiative, so I'm not too concerned. I expect my team will mostly be pretty fast. Let me start putting you here. Just make sure I path on this side of it. And then I can pretty safely run pretty far forward. Thinking, let's just dodge that vision cone and end up here. That should be fine. I could choose to go double brainworm. Let me actually stop short. That way I can decide a little bit later what I want to do about that. We'll stop you here. And then based on what the map looks like, I will have him brainworm people. You can only yield a little bit. Bracket can kind of sprint forward. Let's start by putting her there. Right, path around this guy's vision cone. And then we'll turn the cameras off on a future turn. So, yeah, we'll just stop you right here. A little bit short of the laser gate. Right there seems fine. I am unsure if she'll be able to make it all the way over on 6 AP. I mean, my Scourge is quite far. This is roughly 6 AP. I mean, it's 23 meters out. And base move speed is 4 meters per action point. So, ideally, anyone who's this close is going to make it. It's going to be a little bit tight for Jackknife, who's only got... Well, 117 is not terrible, but it's going to be a little bit close. I can't do any further yields, so the question is, do I need to slow people down or not? I can only go so far on my own turns. Let's see, you're at 15. You're at 20. It's already above bracket. You're at 14. You're at 20 as well. So these two are fast, which means they're the best brainworm targets. And they have good guns as it is, so actually pretty reasonable. So you at 20. And you at 20. This guy's at 16, which we're probably going to be okay with. Yep, we outroll that every time. Yeah, we get the combat music because we have angsty guards. They're brainworms, so it doesn't really matter, but they are still factually angsty. You're going to be fine standing right there. We're still blocking all the vision cones by being behind these, so that's fine. First turn complete. My Cybernite's pretty far away, but he has wired nerves, so it might be alright. Camera turns, sees a corpse. If I have wired nerves, I'm always fine. And in fact, I would have 1 AP to spare afterwards, maybe even 2, considering that actually gets me onto where I want to be. So, and then, let's see, you're getting blocked, then you exist, but like, only bracket isn't going first. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pop wired nerves. I'm going, and I know I'm going to have at least 1 AP spare. So I'm going to say, hey, bracket, let's make sure you go before everybody else. Great. My entire team now goes early. My pathing is worse than it was a minute ago. Could have sworn I could make it with fewer AP spent. Couldn't tell you why. It doesn't really matter. Maybe he would have pathed that way. Oh yeah, I think if you path, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So the whole team gets out this turn. We ignore the rest of the guards. We're just done. Phase 1 complete. I'm not 100% sure that... You know, I'm not 100% sure, actually, that my Scourge is going to get out safely. I'm pretty confident, but not 100% confident. I'm going to see if I can mess with the pathfinding a little bit. Because before, it game told me I could make it with no AP, like, wasted. So, I really want to know what's up with that. Because that seems really odd to me. So I'm going to start by going here. I'm not sure it's actually a faster route by any means. It really doesn't appear to be, so... We'll just have to see what happens, and I got nothing else I can do about this. I think Jackknife will be fine. That's 27 meters away. If I'm here, that's 25 meters, and he has... I mean, he has more than 10% bonus move speed, which means he should theoretically make 26 and change, no problem. So, we're just going to risk it. If Jackknife dies, Jackknife dies. We trigger a bunch of guards. They're very angry at us. Thankfully, half of them are under the effect of Brainworm, so it doesn't really matter. For funsies, we can take a couple of kills. It's basically free. So here, just in case Jackknife really would be screwed. In fact, here, I'll do a yield. And then we can know for sure. Okay, Jackknife is totally fine. In fact, has AP to spare pretty much. Like, just to test things, I'm going to have him stop here. And if he has an extra AP, I'm going to have him throw down. No, I'm not going to waste my time. Yep, he can make it. Alright, whole team makes it out. You have a spare AP as well. You have enough health, it doesn't matter. So, I'm just going to have... Actually, damage does carry over, so I will have you turn this laser off. And the game told me I had AP to spare, so... We take some damage here. It's not the end of the world, but... It is me getting my people a little bit low on health, but it's fine. Alright, great. Part 1 complete. We don't want to overstay our welcome, you don't say. I'm covering our escape with quantum countermeasures. There's no way they can follow us. Very successful turn. We're heading into the main Rook Tech prison building now. We'll be quite close to the cells. You'll need to find a red key to spring our target. Once we're inside, we'll find a way. Okay, healths look okay, although my understanding is damage is meant to carry over. Maybe damage taken on the last turn doesn't matter now. Yeah, she's losing some health right here. Okay. Great. The private R Block 12 prison is used to house high-security inmates who cannot be mixed with regular population. Estelle has ended up here to rot. We're going to need a red key. We have gold key loot. We have some hacking we can do for funsies. Of course, the red key door can be opened with the hacking, usually. Welcome to the R Block 12. Your first priority is finding the red key. You'll need to open the prison door. We have reliable intel that there is a red key stashed in one of the local lockboxes. And maybe a captain. Or the prison warden on duty will be a good bet. Get me near the prison matrix system, and I could crack the RCU wide open and pop that door easy. There's our person. Once the door is open, need to reach the cell and exfiltrate Dalton. There isn't time to download any bioprints off his cybernetics right now, so your priority is getting him to the exit alive. Red key carried by the captain. On guard, and a second key is somewhere in a lockbox this level. Alright, hang on. Let's see, dialogue bug. This is Battletank Power play, refers to the prisoner as Estelle and Dalton. She's constantly referred to as Estelle in pre-mission dialogue. Suddenly, we're calling him Dalton. Maybe it's a call sign or a surname? But that seemed odd to me. Yeah, it's a little bit of health loss, not a big deal. Okay, Estelle is hidden, which is what I expect, but for some reason we had dialogue that said Dalton, couldn't tell you why. Alright, well, welcome to the cyber research site. We're calling it the R Block 12 prison. It is turn 2 technically, because we only went through one real turn in the other host. Our eventual exit is way up there. So, let's see. There's... Wait, is there any actual gold key loot? I'm not seeing a gold key door or lockboxes behind a gold key room. Was I lied to? Do we not need the gold key? Don't appear to need the gold key. Alright, that's going to be a gameplay bug. Let's send that one in. Medium Cryo. This is Battletank Power Play Final Mission. Allows me to buy a gold key, but has no gold key room. No extra information needed. I'm just lied to. Wait for it to go through. There we go. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, even the blue key would be useless, right? There's no... Actually, you know what? I should send that one as well. Because there's no blue key door. Let me send that one as well. Battletank Power Play Final Mission offers a blue key with no use. This map also allows me to buy blue key leverage, despite the gate not being active. So it's a complete waste. In this case, I didn't buy the blue key, but normally on this map, this is a blue key door right here that you can hack open. So it looks like some of the tags are misplaced to allow you to buy leverage that can't do anything. This version of the map doesn't have those gates open. All right, let's turn off the visual sensors. Those were kind of overwhelming. Let's see. So just never going to walk here. Of course, there could be a lockbox here sometimes, but we spawn close enough to it that the lockbox doesn't spawn. I'm thinking the team should go around this way. Go to the host, we can grab this loot and this loot on the way out, and we can ignore this part of the map. So, pretty obvious routing out this way, at least to me. Do we have to knock down... I mean, I'm wondering how much I can let these guards walk around on their own. I want to catch these two more than anything else, and I can't get this guy while also catching them, so... These two. You're going to go right toward me. You shouldn't actually see me standing right there. Unless you turn at the end of your turn, which I don't think you're going to do. We can let these guys have their turn and nothing happens. This seems wise, means I can leave this camera up. Although I do have... Bonus XP for kills is not bad. Sec level for gold cubes means nothing to me. XP is kind of worth it. It's a PL7 mission, so the base XP is pretty good here. I think we still let them run past the camera. Let's see. I'm going to delay you. I'm going to yield. I'm going to have you knock down the motion field. Because I want to kind of chase that guy down before he gets too far out. But I think I want static to do that, ideally. Drop you to 17, drop you to 17, have you yield. And then we're going to have you kind of run up here. You're going to see and hear me. Let's go ahead and burn surge. This captain has 3 protection points, so we'll go for... an active shred at the start. If I go somewhere like this, I'm in range and in cover, which is good. And then, yeah, I'm going to stand like here. I'll be covered from most movements, and even like this thing I can duck behind. I'm in lurch out range, and I can go for active shreds. This should be pretty solid. So you can see me. You're very angry. I'm an intruder. I'm very, very scary. We get the RNG shred and the basic shred. Here we go. Okay. That's not what I wanted to see. There's a decent chance you just outright die here and I don't get the buff, but I'm going to go ahead and risk it. Darn. I got the kill. Gives me a gold key, though. Prison Warden on duty is down. Get the red key, and we can get Estelle out of here. Don't know how they spawned the name Dalton, but whatever. I think you're fine where you are. We can let these guys walk around. It shouldn't be a big deal. Getting rid of the corpse does not seem important to me. Let's let everyone have their turn. I'm going to have Bracket go through a second. No, we can have the CK knock that camera down. It's fine. Actually, I could run her a bit forward. Can you get the camera now? No. Are there any other cameras that I care about? Honestly, not really. I think using leverage for that camera is acceptable. It even might matter here. Let's do it. Let's get rid of the cameras. Skip the dialogue. I didn't really think of a better use for it, so let's just go for it now. Delay, delay, and final delay. Go ahead. Now, from predictions, you're not going to see me. Oh, okay, turns only a little bit. Yep, so not going to see me. She's ducking. Ooh, she got spotted at the end. He's angry. If you walk towards him, you're going to be angry. Okay, thankfully you're standing still. I was a little bit wrong in the fact that he's going to walk up and then get line of sight, so that's my bad. Don't want to be too loud here. I don't have many tools for not being loud. Let's see. Am I in eye laser range? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Grab the key for fun, just because I can. I have the red key. That's the red key. Any merc can now open the door. And because eye lasers never have range problems, they do care what your recoil is, but they also are guaranteed to always glance. Ultimately, I'm just going to hit him with a little bit of damage, and now he's got some crit damage on him, or crit chance on him, which to me is good enough. I'm going to go have you start this out. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order I do stuff in. You're going to have a hard time being useful with this guy way up here, so I'm going to have her start this fight. He's going to be angry. I'm going to power slice stun you. This way you have... Wait, do I have... Are you on a crappy club? No, you're on the Doohammer. Oh, interesting. They renamed it. So it used to be called Power Slice, like, Stun Stick PL5, and they would, like, delineate them. Now, they still have the debuff of minus evasion, which is good. Yay, they also fixed the fact that this didn't have a tooltip. So that's good. I sent that bug report in a couple months ago. They got to it now, which is nice. So now you actually have the visual representation of being stunned, and they clean up the name, just call it Stun Stick instead of calling it, like, Stun Stick PL5 or whatever, which I think is probably a positive. So not the best damage. That was a full hit, and it did almost nothing. Yeah, the connect damage is nothing, so I'm like, well, the base pure damage is not complete garbage, so you slowly get through them, but holy moly, that's going to take me like 10 AP for a kill normally. So thankfully, Panther, there's no way that's the fastest routing. There's no way. So I'm going to start by going here. Right there seems fine. If I put you here, I'll have to stun this guy on purpose, which is fine. Stunning him gives me room to work with. I can beat you on initiative, I'm not worried about that. So you're angry. Oh, I'm back into your stealth cone, it's kind of funny. Still though, I'm going to stutter you, so you can't do anything. This slice is almost a guaranteed kill. Don't even think I needed the eye laser for it. Let's turn the vision cone back on so I know where to stand. So just grab this box. I'm already right there. It's a pretty good use of 1 AP for him. Okay, sure. Whatever. You're done. Jackknife. Actually, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, he can still hear the gunfire. So, I'm thinking we can kind of ply him with some debuffs. And then walk forward and start hitting this guy, and it's going to be reasonable. So let's biocoat the SMG. Oh, actually, he's not silenced here, is he? It's, yeah, it's still got the damage barrel on it, actually. So, thankfully, he's far enough away they can't hear it, but that was almost a mistake on my part, where, yeah, the noise is 30 meters, so that could have been a problem. I can Venom Trap you for funsies as well. I might just shoot you instead. I think going full auto actually makes sense here, although losing the recoil is a bit of a problem. Kind of got that one wrong a bit. I think I made mistakes here, because full auto with a flat damage barrel is pretty nice. Let's just go for it. Okay, not terrible. Not great. You're pretty low. You're not guaranteed dead. Not quite. If I Venom Trap you, you're guaranteed dead. So now you're taking 100 damage per turn, and you're stunned for 2 turns. You're always dead. Let's leave. And one really big positive of killing guards with poison is, of course, other guards won't see the corpse for longer. And because they die later, they also won't have their corpse timer pop for a lot longer. So there's some really big benefits to waiting. Now, you, I think, should just go for this kill here. Slice plus claw is likely to be pretty solid. You might come back toward me. I think I'm willing to take that risk. Realistically, there's actually a guard. I don't know if it's a bug. I think it's a bug. So basically, when a guard sees you, they stand in place, and then they like wait for their vision cone to fill. And then once the vision cone fills all the way, they get like, they turn alert. However, when a guard stands still, they're going to end their turn after about 1 full second. And so if they see you from max vision range, they stop. They basically start their end my turn like timer, and their turn ends before they turn alert. And so their turn is over and they're alert. Just full stop. Whereas if you like turn the corner, they start their end turn thing, right? Let's say you're standing here and a guard turns around like this. They start their like end turn flow. The vision cone fills, they turn alert, and they're like, wait a second, I'm alert, and then they fight you right away. So right now you can abuse the AI by being like down a hallway, and they'll never shoot you. That changes if you're behind a corner, they will always attack you. In fact, I'm just going to send it as a random bug report. Hey, so let's see, this is guards end their turn prematurely when spotting a merc at a far distance, at long distances, let's say. Okay, so repro 1, have a guard walk up to you, have a unaware suspicious guard walk up and see your merc at max vision range. Note that the guard ends their turn as they become alert and ultimately do nothing regardless of remaining AP. If guards didn't end their turn while standing still making visual confirmation, they'd be able to use their remaining AP to fight you. As it stands right now, guards only fight you on the turn they make contact if you're close enough that their vision cone fills quickly enough that they don't just end their turn. So abuse it while you have it, but it's hopefully going to go away at some point. All right. Anyway, yeah, I can just boldly let this guy hit me or like go up and see me, and nothing's going to happen. So you're going to stand there, and it's not going to matter. You can go ahead and try to make this kill happen. That's going to be in range. That's great. Preserve to 4 AP. That's going to be 2 slices. I'm not in a rush to use anything special here. We get a shred on the first hit. We get a shred on the second hit. Pretty good damage. You're still stunned for several turns. Not going to be a big problem here. You're always dead to poisons. Try to get you out from under the camera if we can help it. So out there seems fine. It's going to be enough progress. Gotten one of our loot boxes already. Static's fine where she is. Go ahead. You ready to do nothing? Ah, he's going to investigate. And he's ended his turn already. We can brainworm that to make sure there's nothing that really happens to us. I don't want you to trigger the... That should work just fine. You're not scary yet, but you are worth brainworming so you don't report me. I'm fine where I am. Let's just brainworm now before I forget. And then we'll just take a shot because I can. It's a guaranteed hit. It's not very much damage. That was a glance. Is what it is. This guy's going to die to poison. He's stunned. See you, nerd. And now you get to walk up and do your claw thing. You'll have 1 AP left. I could pulse generator. I don't think it's quite worth it. I think we just claw twice and it's... Actually, no. You have high armor quality right now. So we've got to get this thing open. I could walk through the laser fire. The laser gate, it would be fine. Honestly, you're the best runner. Let's have you do that. Well, actually, can I be in range of clawing as well? Yes. Okay. I might do something like this, where I start next turn with a strike and then a couple of claw hits. I will have redline on for enough time that it won't really matter. Yep, the guy died from poison. 4 tally from quantum interference. Nothing else going on. Camera's turned back on. You getting this kill seems reasonable. I think you're good at it. Good job to you. I'm going to have you knock down the laser gate. That was going to be annoying for her to deal with otherwise. You are brainwormed. I may or may not care about that. You're on a patrol. You're pretty far away still, though. Wow. Less shredding than... Oh, no. No, 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 no. I had... Shoot. Now you're going to be disappointed in me. I'm sorry. You know who you are. Less shredding than something where a shredding pun makes sense. I'm sorry. I failed. I have failed miserably. It's okay. Anyway, yeah, she failed the shred at 75%. It happens. Blue key has been found. Cute. I really don't need the blue key. There's nothing to use the blue key on. Questionable. It's fine. It's the sister of the exact same bug report already sent, so I'm not worried about it. Anyway, yep, you woke up a nearby guard. Sure. He's patrolling down there. No big deal. Hopefully this guy walks towards us. That would be ideal. You're en route down that way. That's fine. Nope, you're standing around. Okay, well, we'll chase you as best we can. I'm just going to brainworm you so we can run forward and not have to care about it. I think getting the kill is going to be a little bit difficult. I'll go part way. I just want to know if there's other people I'm going to run into. Not really. This still seems like an appropriate brainworm. We're not going to make good progress this turn, so let's just kind of go quick here. And yeah, my SMG is very loud because I didn't silence it, which is a mistake on my part. It's going to make him a little bit questionable to use, but can't do much about that. Panther can just stand in the hallway. I think it's going to be fine. I don't need to rush a wired nerves or anything there. It's going to be okay. We're going to get a lot of escalation relatively soon. I think you're going to be sent to clean this up. I think you'll be pretty good at it. You've got Shred. You've got Claws. In fact, I need you to get a kill next turn so you re-trigger Redline. And then you're going to make it out. Ooh, you might not. Does that work? It might work. It's close. I'm going to say it does. If it doesn't, I don't really care. We're escalating this turn anyway, so going to 21 doesn't really change any outcomes. Cool. We're cool. Arguably, it was better to actually escalate here, just so we had more tally to work with on a future turn, but it's not a big deal. So, Matrix High Alert's kind of unfortunate for me. Suppressant and E-Medic, Luco, and Epsilon are being sent. Sure. Do you want to go fight this guy? I think it's not... Let's see, who's sent? Not you, not you. You were sent, and... Okay, so you're going to be sent towards, I don't know, this maybe? Has a corpse timer run out yet? It would be this one, if any. No, so no timers have run out. Oh, this one? No, that doesn't make any sense. So this thing triggered twice, right? She walked onto it and then walked off of it. So they're going to be sent to this location. So you're going to be sent here. And you're going to be sent... That's got to be faster. Even if you run, you're getting maybe this far. There's no way you're going to find Panther. Look, if you get to here, you're not going to see Panther. Yeah, that's like as far as you go. This guy's actually going to be coming down. If he's walking, here. If he's running, here. This guy will probably get spotted, but as we already note, if you see me at max range, no one cares. So I have nothing to worry about. I am totally nonplussed, although... And if you run up, you're going to run up towards this guy. You're going pretty early too, right? Yeah, Epsilon goes... Actually, Epsilon goes before you. Do I want you to shoot at Epsilon, though? It's going to be loud, and it's going to create tally. You know what? I say let him do it. Let him create tally for me. Let's let the guards have their turn. You're patrolling. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. You're going to come down. Okay, you're walking, so like top of the steps maybe? Yep. You're going to try to run here and shoot. It's going to make a bunch of tally. I think it's okay. They're going to hear gunfire. I think it's acceptable. I think we let that happen. Oh, you have, I think, 2 AP left. Nope, okay. Honestly, I don't mind you going there. That's a reasonable spot for you to stand. And then you get right around the corner. What did I say? You're kind of useless. Yeah, you're baby suspicious. That doesn't really matter. Okay, so Jackknife is unfortunately a bit useless here. Although, let's see, who hears gunfire? Yeah, this guy hears gunfire. Can I get to a spot where he doesn't? Yes, if I go here... How far can I go? I want to see a 1 down here and not a 2. Okay, I can get this far and it's fine. This gives me line of sight on you and line of sight on you. That seems fine. I, of course, can't use Toxcloud. That's okay. So go here. You're going to be angry. He's angry now. Wait. Oh, I'm actually somehow got back into cover. I guess with the floor here, ducking makes me safe. That's kind of wild. There's no one else to worry about here, so we just go full auto. We have a really, really good hit chance because he's a surprise target. You are... Yeah, I guess you're... Oh, wait. Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. I have to recalibrate some things. So, you're suspicious and we're told to move around the map. I'm hunted and can actually stealth attack you. My recollection was that hunted disqualified you from stealth attacks. But this guy is hunted. At least, yeah, he's hunted and he can stealth attack. Maybe I'm just wrong about that. I could have sworn hunted mercs did not get automatic surprise attacks, but he definitely has one. You're spotted, those don't count. Yeah, everyone else is spotted, so I don't know. But, maybe I'm just wrong or something changed recently. But yeah, this guy is hunted and can shoot somebody who was told to move by the AI, which means that, you know, they'd be valid. And then you're, you know, hunted is not giving me an automatic against you, right? This guy is not getting stealth attacked. This guy is. Now, and usually, yeah, so it's like maybe hunted's interacting fairly, or maybe it's like there's somehow where hunted is interacting well with, even though he's been dispatched by the AI. I don't know, but this is like not matching my prior experiences. Really lucky shred. That's kind of nice. I mean, chance of getting good kills are going to be very, very low, but you might as well spend... Actually, might as well run a little bit closer. No reason not to, I think. Let's put you... I'm just going to put you here. Let's get some one shot on this guy. Actually, no. More going to hear the gunfire if I walk up closer. Okay. If I go here, you would hear it. If I go... Yeah, basically can't go any closer without making more noise, so I'm just going to offload this. It's not going to be great. Wow, I not only hit that, I crit that. That's wild. I'm going to have bracket delay. I'm going to have static yield. I want Panther to go get stuff done. It's going to be an atomic stutter, almost certainly. He's already spotted. This is going to be a pretty obvious, to me, atomic stutter play. You're still brainworm, so I'm not worried about you, but you're a pretty clear stutter target. You're angry about me as well, though I was already spotted, so it's not really new information for you. We're still on path to escalate. That's fine. I don't really care. I think attacking this guy is... Actually, no. Let's just use Burn Surge. If I come down here, can I attack? Looks like that cover doesn't count for enough. Yeah, that doesn't count for me. That doesn't count either. That's too bad. She won't jump out and attack, so I have to, like, waste more AP if I want to. Alternatively, I can get exactly this far and get what I wanted. And then if I can get a claw kill, I can print more AP and keep going. I think. Maybe I'm off on the math, but I think I'm right. Can't go for an active shred, so we just go for slow and steady. There we go. 1, 2, and give me a third. Darn, it's okay. You're still quite low. I can go for claws, and maybe, just maybe, I get the kill. Not with a glance like that. Okay, darn. Failed the kill. Not that it super mattered. He was still brainworm, but getting it would have been nice. And then... no problem at all for the hacker to claim this. Might as well clean him up. I know he could have been on my side and dealing damage, but... off you go. Now, of course, with this guy being alert, no one can drop out from being spotted. Escalation is body timers, and Psy is being sent. Fair enough. That's you toward probably one of these timers. Actually, yeah, it's got to be one of these. Let's see what these guys are up to, because I don't know. Okay, you're going back, which is a little scary for me. Although, where you are now, you're not going to find anything. This guy is stunned and can't share status, and you're just not... almost certainly not going to see us. I'm going to spend 1 AP getting into this cover to make sure I'm not spotted. Everyone else should be way too far away. I'll pop Tactical Surge just so I don't forget. This guy, there's no way he's going to see Jackknife, so let's delay. Let this guy have his patrol. You're stunned. Delay. You're doing nothing. Delay. You're going to walk back over. You don't see my Cyber Knight. You're going to get all the way into the room, I think. No, not quite. Okay, that's an easy kill. Good. Sec AI in my ear. Running over there. You find all the corpses. Not quite an escalation, but it's not far away. This guy would hear the gunfire. This guy would also hear the gunfire, although, honestly, at that point, that seems fine. I'm thinking these two guys hearing the gunfire is okay. We're going to go for the kills this turn anyway. Actually, one thing I want to check. Is this kill viable? I think so. I think we'll be fine. Let's just go for it. So, of course, you're unaware, so I get obvious stealth attack on you. And everyone else is spotted, so there's nothing else that can really unlock here. And we just go for it. A little bit of damage, not a ton. It's fine. I'll run it as far as I can. You're going to see me. I would like that to not be the case, but I can't do much about that. You're suspicious right now? Whatever. You're just going to go turn alert. I don't care. I'm pretty sure we clean these up without thinking about it too hard. So you're angry. Let's go get this one because it's a guaranteed hit. Just from the fact that I'm close. It's going to be a crappy graze, but there's nothing else really going on. Can you stun this guy? Yes, you can. That seems pretty much worth your time and effort. Yeah, if you're there, I'm in range to jump out from the wall. Basically, you're going to stun. Pan's going to kill here, or Static will. That seems fine to me. You can grab the host afterwards. Actually, I'm going to delay you at the end and then see what I really have to do. Let's see. Yeah, you aren't going to have the best of times here. You know what? This is almost certainly a Wired Nerves turn. Let's start by going here and getting our strikes. It's going to be a little bit easier for Static to get this kill. Let's have my CK go here. I'm going to attack once normally to get rid of recoil. No shred, kind of unfortunate. Now we go for the power slice to get more damage. Now we have higher accuracy, so less chance of a glance. That is a 1,000 damage crit. Seems good. I don't have stutter up. I'm not going to get much use out of rewind. I mean, I could Wired Nerves then rewind Static and let her use Burn Surge. But I don't think we're going to need it, so I'm not going to bother here. Static's going to run up, and that's not going to lurch, right? There's no way. Yeah, 4 meters is too far. That's fine. Let's get you as far as we can. If I go that far, okay, not quite. If I go that far, I get it. Okay, it's telling me yes, 2.0 meters is apparently enough. Let's see if the game is lying or not. But it has a 1 down there. Yep, it's fine. I'm thinking active shred is worth it. No one's close by. We're several turns away from our next fight. Let's go be efficient. We get the double shred. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are happy about this shredder. And that's going to be enough for me to get a very, very easy claw kill. There, I saved it, right? Are you proud of me? We turned it back around. Okay. Yeah, camera sees me. I don't really care. We got what we came for. And I will reiterate, I have found a new respect for high-quality melee damage. It's feeling pretty good. It is very, very, very big and durable, and it works. And that means I now have spare AP. This guy is still stunned for several more turns, so I can get my hacker to just go hack. We can save a little bit of time and get our loot a little bit sooner. Thank you, Initiative Manipulation, and thank you, 1,000 damage critical strikes that were mostly pure damage. Here's our host. I've been here before. There's a CPU here. There's an access gate here and here. Matrix High Alert. I don't know what it's going to do specifically. But let's go ahead and load Overclock and our normal things. We don't yet have the Spoof upgrade. That's coming eventually. Cloak, Data Sieve, and Decoy, all worthwhile. Let's not load Disarm for now. Although I am going to need my charges of Null Op to deal with some other stuff. Tally, Connection, AP. We go up here. That's going to be pretty annoying to deal with. 2 actives, 2 traps. Don't know how good the trap's going to be. I am tempted to just Null Op it, but for now, let's go see how bad it is. This one's not... This is the most docile set of 2 we could have. The trap is completely dead to me. I don't care. 3 from the node, no big deal. And I believe nothing popped. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure. And this does basically nothing. Right? We lose, quote-unquote, 10 health, but our deck armor should have blocked that down to almost nothing. I believe, yeah, we're down exactly 2 health. So that's no big deal. What's the other trap? If you exit the node, steal 10 AP. Okay. Great. You tried. Well, CPU's been found. This has already been popped. I don't care about that, so we're looking pretty chill. I'm in no rush to load Deception here. Let's just walk over, click No Op, click it twice. There was one more bit of ice there. I know I could have simply taken it down, and that would have allowed me to, like, use attack 1 to knock down the little baby thing, but I don't care. I'm going to leave this up for now. I want to get closer to QSec level 2 before I pop this. I'm going to load Deception, and the plan is go to the right first. I'm going to knock this stuff down, and then I'm going to come back. I just want to get closer to sec level 2. So what do we have here? Unload on any action. The 10 on anything is no big deal. Let's see where I'm at. I'm at 188 with 9 here. Deception. Okay, we have a trap here. 188 and 9 here. So again, this restarted all the ice, which did nothing because the ice weren't down. And so I get to pretty cleanly go here. I take 2 health. Huh, I'm curious why I'm taking 2. I guess the minimum damage is actually 2. Armor blocked 13, which is correct. That's interesting because this... No, where was it? This right here. Lethal feedback by... Oh, see. So lethal feedback by hammer was minus 10, and then it said no, armor blocks 13. Okay, so I just like didn't read all the text. That makes sense. Min damage is 2, that's fine. Knock you down. Program loading, use a program that's chill. We take our download. We're really far from escalating because we're only getting 1 tally per action. It's lovely. What if everything here is going to be chill? Load a program. Don't load any programs, got it. More source code. We're getting close to escalation. And then this is good enough for me where getting rid of 49 tally is enough. Go back down to 0. This has to all be destroyed to get through it, so let's just pop null op. Everything's gone. Scan 2 of 2 is required. Gotta load scan for this guy. Here's active ice. The reroute's not a big deal. Let's try again. Down you go. Great. Download is blocked. Take my 4. And I've got anti-trap, anti-passive. That means I can go here no problem. Exit, download, any action. Gotta get rid of all of them no matter what anyway. Still AP starved. It's fine, we'll take these accounts. We'll reload some programs, then we'll move on. 1 tally per action sure is nice. I'm gonna rewind myself if I can remember to do so. She rolled below Panther Initiative, that's good. That means I can, in fact, make that happen. An E-Medic is being sent to intercept some corpse somewhere. No big deal. I'm going to go rewind bracket so that she can block more escalations and do more things. These are all down. There's my 4. Let's go reload Deception. I could have simply used Nuke to make this thing go well, but if I can, why not use other stuff? Let's go grab Spoof. Let's go grab Scapegoat. Let's move around the map. Oh, there's a download here. I forgot. I just wasn't thinking. Anyway, let's keep going. Connection, then AP. Got to reload passive. We go here. Connection, then AP. Okay, fine. We go here. We null op. We're chilling. This has already been, well, functionally opened. So let's go here. What do we have attached? Enough stuff that I care. All right. For funsies, I'm just going to use Nuke. Do I know what's here? Not at all. Do I care? Not at all. Great, it's all gone. Let's go grab all the devices. They'll be gone for, like, the rest of the mission at this point. We skip all of the information. I don't really even care what they are. It's not going to be a big deal. It's lovely getting only 1 tally per action. And then, for fun, just because I can, what do we got here? Load a program, take any action, and then damage to me. Okay. Oh, I can't get rid of it because I don't have any AP left. Okay, well, we're done. I took 2 damage for no reason. That is a disconnect. I got everything I wanted, right? I got my 3 sets of downloads. I got my RCU cleared. There's my disconnect. We're good to go. Went just fine. If I shoot my gun, somebody can hear it. This guy. Oh, you're actually not that far away. I didn't even realize that. You've been hiding for a while. It's fine, I'm sure. You can go kill the only remaining security device, which is this camera. Down it goes. Panther does not have stutter, and he's not going to one-shot that guy. But you know what we know? He's going to turn the corner and be useless. Actually, you know what? With wired nerves, is it close? I don't think so, no. I don't want to burn Caltraxia. It's not going to really help. And I only really get 1 hit here, so this is a typical case of bring it. I'm going to have you wait as well, just see what he does. He's coming down. Oh, he's going that way. It's hilarious. Okay, well, you're entirely useless. You're going towards that corpse. Okay, if I preserve enough AP, I can brainworm that guy. First shot looks good. There's our shred. Second shot looks pretty good. There's another shred. This guy is very low on health. If I spend 1 AP running to here, am I in range for Brainworm? I am not. You're over here looking at me. If I have to rush over and Brainworm from here, that's going to be in range, right? Yeah. Okay, I still have another turn to play with on this guy. So if I have to Brainworm, I will. But for now, let's just wait. You guys are running around there. Good for you two. I don't really care. This seems like an okay wired nerves angle, all things considered. I kind of want to free this character here and have them fight with me. Oh, that's probably better than the Warmachine, who's even farther away. At least my Cyber Knight can fight this turn. Let's see. What's the actual right play? The right play is probably Brainworm this guy. Okay, I'm going to have my CK go over here, open the door, and then go for this. I think it's just correct. You're going to see me, and nope, you're not going to be angry enough. Okay, fine. Red key door open. Let's see if this works. Dr. Crowsholt said someone might come. He sent us, but we don't have time to explain. We just need you to move. When we say run, you run. Let's go. I'm with you. They won't hesitate to gun me down. They'd rather me dead than escaped. We'll get you out of this alive. Just follow Panther's orders. All right, sweet. A lot of action points on you. 7, it looks like. That's cool. You are a Warmachine. You have Berserk Haze, Handblades 2, Bright Spot Optic 2, Metal Scream Pulse. That is a 250 kinetic and Shred 2 armor. You have Crimson Vector. You've got some Hyper V caps. You've got basic ass gear. That's fine. Plus, we move detection. Okay, so you're loud. You're a clomper. But here's Estelle Cotto. I'm gonna yield, I suppose. And let's see. What you have no charge in the battery. That honestly makes sense. I buy that. Let's put you here. You hear me. There's an intruder. Time for your revenge. Strike enemies in 10 meters. Canceling Overwatch. Doing 2 kinetic. Shredding 2 armor. Hurts my own health. It is what it is. Metal Scream Pulse, go. That's pretty good damage, all things considered. Wait, it said restored armor for 2? Oh, that's a tooltip bug. Okay. That's going to be low prio. Let's see, this is a combat log bug. Metal Scream Pulse says restored to armor. See the text in the top right. I used Estelle's Metal Scream, and it says restored 2 on the E-Medic. Not a huge deal all considered, though. Wait for the board to go through. There we go. Okay. Well, alright, I literally can't Power Slice because I have no battery in this. So I should Stun Strike you with my eye lasers instead. There. Now you're not going to do anything for a turn. Debuffed with Stun, debuffed with Metal Scream Pulse. Great. Our job gets easier. You're done for now. I'm going to have Panther loot this loot box because he's right there. And I'm in no rush because you don't get to do anything for a turn. Still 3 kills to go. Core profiles, yeah. I'm not getting anything new and exciting from specifically these kinds of enemies. Not a huge problem. Exit there, loot box there. Yep, just go ahead and walk in a close range. It's fine. Might eye laser this guy as well for funsies. Why not get the crit chance? There you go. Well, a great time killing him in a future turn, and then no one else can hear, so down you go. Cool. Escalation, they're way too far away to do anything. Way too far for me to care. We got a suppressant, a sniper, and a blade guy. Not gonna be a problem. Let's see. So we got this box and then getting out. I think we should have Static do the initial pieces. Could I probably have you go for taking this loot box down? Or taking the camera down, rather. So I'm going to run you to here. I'm like not worried about it. I'm just going to do things out of order because there's not much need to optimize, I don't think. You're stunned. You just aren't going to matter. Yep, good for you. You don't have another shred available. It's fine. There's only one to go. You really are missing your shreds a lot more than I would have expected. I mean, really, really more than I expected. It's fine. That strike is finally a shred. With the final protection point, we're getting an easy claw kill here. I said an easy claw kill here. Good enough for me. Burn Surge for even more, and I'm going to have no problem getting this box, and then I'm not 100% sure I'm getting out, but I'm probably getting out. Box is grabbed. There's the red key. Not that I care. You have clearly made it. I think Jackknife might be a little bit tough here, but you can at least end your turn. Panther doesn't have Rewind, so I can't do too much about this, but we can put you on the box. Seems good enough to me. You're still useless. I do kind of want that one kill for the XP, but I don't actually care enough. Darn, I can't make it. Well, we'll see. If they're sent my way, I can go ambush them. But I also kind of don't care about the XP that much. We're already more than powerful enough to win the game. Braga can make it. And then I'm going to have Estelle just run out of here, because why not? We'll just get out next turn, no big deal. You can, in fact, now we'll just leave you on the platform with everybody else. Patrol for you, Sec AI for you, Sec AI for you. I skipped what the dialogue was because it just doesn't matter. I'm going to make Jackknife go earlier so we don't have to watch and wait for all the guards to have their turn. And we're done. Great, we did it. We did it, we did it. 2-part mission, under an hour, not bad. By hell, do you have some food? I am hungry. Yeah, sure, someone get her something. Wait. Okay, another dialogue bug. Okay, and Battletank Power play. Let's see. As the wrong merc giving dialogue on it is being said by Estelle, not someone else, as it should be. Alrighty. Thanks. They had just started early interrogation by the book. Sleep deprivation, starvation, sudden changes of location. They know I know the book, so that was part of their play. They knew that you knew what was coming. Exactly. They wanted me to tell them about Dr. Crowsholt. And I probably should have broke, too, because I have a secret. I don't know why it's secret, but maybe you do. Dr. Crowsholt hid a file in the firmware memory of my Delta Wire cybernetic, and he said someone might come for it, and for me. Well, here we are. What is the file? It's the architecture bioprint for valuable cybernetics. You saved my life from a very bad end. I know exactly what it was going to end like, so I won't give you any trouble. Plug me in, take the file. Make it happen. Dr. Kairos will be waiting. On it. Panther, a word? Tell me. You know she can't go back to Rook Tech ever. They'll be hunting her for the rest of her life. And Estelle is a genetically perfect candidate for this kind of thing, to be a war machine. All right, Estelle, we're going to put you up in a coffin motel for a bit till we can figure out what to do with you. Got the bioprint, everything was there. I would join your crew if you'd have me, if you're thinking about it. Go rest, eat. We'll call you when we're ready to talk. From the safe house, we'll be able to review her capabilities and discuss recruitment options. Now for Dr. Kairos. By hell, you've done it, Chumbo. May Dr. Crowsholt rest in peace. We've made good on his last wish. She succeeded and pulled off the power play. Just as we were promised, the prisoner's internal databanks contained the architecture bioprint, everything I needed. It'll take some time to parse everything, but I can already start installing the first wave of the Battletank cybernetics. That's good news. Some solid XP. We got some gold cubes for funsies. She now has a Battletank service, which is cool. We're still getting, V-chips for doctors we don't care about, so I still got to figure out how to get Dr. Ocular's V-chip. Splicer Mina is, I believe, Battletank. Or maybe they, discontinued it, specifically. I couldn't tell you. Or maybe Ocular Cyberware is not actually in the game and I'm griefing, but I could have sworn that actually exists. But maybe I'm just wrong about that. Because, the lore of the power play is there no longer is any Battletank cybernetics, right? So maybe, the V-chip was in briefly before they made the power play. I don't know if that's true. I could be making stuff up. I'm truly, I don't know. But we gotta, of course, run some tokens to make this look better. I don't believe I have anyone else offering anything else special. So let's go ahead and run this first. We can investigate what she's like. So she's level 9, not too bad. Of course, lower level than the rest of my team, but not by too much. Let's see. So she's the 6th Battletank. Pretty solid. Ooh, fractional AP is cute. We can try to find ways to make that happen. Cyber weapon accuracy, very, very good. I find it odd that she doesn't have any points in will, despite being a natural war machine. That said, at least cyber adept is a natural war machine talent, right? Plus will for that. Extra built-in armor is nice. Reduce cyber surgery stress recovery time by 1/3, and it rounds down, which means almost everything is 0 stress, which is pretty huge. In a world where they have things that are worth 20 or 30 stress, then this matters. It's only going to drop by 1 instead of drop 2-0. Muzzle face is just simply some strength, which is fine for melee combat. The close quarters accuracy means nothing, of course. Move detection can be annoying, but as a melee character, you're gonna get that triggered anyway, so who cares? I'll bet you this is randomly rolled. Faction Bard, can't do delivery side of Rook Tech. Faction Exiled, unwilling to join any job working for Rook Tech, makes total sense. Megacorp Protocols, hates traders, experimental procedures, sure, yep. So at some point, if they ever add story content that hooks into this, she can be tagged for it. Comes with only a level 1 Delta Wire, interesting, fine. Handblades 2 is, I think, what my other War Machine has. Let me double check that. Static has a Ripper Blades 2, okay. So Handblades 2 is different. What's different about that one? Is it pure damage? No, okay, what's different here then? I don't know the difference between Handblades and Ripper Blades, honestly. Anyway, Bright Spot Optic, or Bright Shot Optic, it's a pure damage one, which I think is superior. Yes, so the pure damage weapons in both melee and ranged are stealth crit. The kinetic ballistic ones are anything crit. And I think it's not that hard to make your kinetic damage blades become decent by shredding with a sword or having a lot of strength. I think both of which are relatively viable. In the case of lasers, I think it's much harder to shred first. But the nice thing is this comes with minus evasion, which is pretty helpful. So that's kind of nice. I dig that. We already saw the Metal Screen Pulse, which is shred to armor, which is pretty solid. Yeah, cool. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a 4-piece, right? This is like standard War Machine, right? So you have these 4 things, and you have 2 slots open, which is probably going to be something like, I guess you can't do arms for kinetic damage, but you can get, I don't know, you would probably go for special leg, special neural implant, I would guess, would be like the 2 generic ones just to get stats. Anyway, I hope you consider taking me on. I owe you my life. I will be a loyal soldier. Just don't screw me like Rook Tech. That much I can promise. Hope you've been eating well. I wouldn't rate Tuckmore's as a high dining, but the noodles aren't bad. Dr. Kroschel explained why I was picked for the project. My body is genetically predisposed to coping with cybernetics. I know I could be useful if you're willing to take on my risks. You'll be hunted by Rook Tech. You're a loose end they'd rather see snipped. I don't have anywhere else to go. My whole life was at Rook Tech. I'm a liability to anyone who knew me from before. I have to disappear down into these shadows. I am more than eager to join your crew. Welcome to the team. I won't ever forget what you did for me. You came for the bioprint, but you've given me a new life. We're going to ask a lot of you, but I know you'll deliver. I'm in for that. And she has gained the like family trait. Yeah, so that's cool. So we ran a mission for Liat to rescue his brother, Seraph here. And so we get like family from him. I wonder if we get it from Seraph as well. No? That's interesting. We rescued him. He's not like family, but I guess we rescued his family. So he's like, I love you. And then Estelle, we rescued her. I'm curious. What do we think about this? I wonder, actually. Here's a feedback. I'll give it feedback. Should the sibling breakout sibling receive like family? When I rescue the War Machine, I get like family because, she owes us her life. Should the 11th hour and sibling breakout mercs get the same? Not a huge deal, but hey, whatever. Feedback is in. Estelle is on our team, and I'm going to try... So, it's also only 12 meters, which is a little bit rough. I'm going to try to be more laser-focused. I don't expect to really like laser-focused war machines, but I'll see if it's any good. Again, I don't expect it to be, but I want to give it a chance. So I think we still take Berserk Haze. It's just so far to get this stuff. I mean, I can go up this way and come through here. Red line, this is only claw only, so it's like Burn Surge is kind of it. That's fine though, Burn Surge is totally reasonable. Let's see, what's the best pathing for me? So if I want Overheat, right, Ash Protocol, Nova Beam, Overheat, and I kind of want Burn Surge. It's like I could go through like this, and that would allow me to grab all the stuff. I mean, we clearly take these 2 nodes. That unlocks all 3 of these. So then really the question is, what's the most efficient route either into Burn Surge or into here? So we can take these 2, and that would let me loop up. And then I could grab just this and come down. So this loop is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attribute nodes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go this way. It's the same. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that also works, even though it looks kind of weird. But this group of 5 will also get me what I want. If I go this way, I'm closer to things like Redline and like Predator Reflex and stuff. Which, like, maybe if I go through Redline, I can go into, like, down here or something. Like, I'm tempted to try to get Pulse Gen Master going as well, right? And just, like, not be claw-focused. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to be any good, but I should give it a fair shake. And try, like, a laser-focused war machine that's, like, gun plus eye laser, and I use, you know, the debuffs here to make my guns better. I should give it a fair shot, right? Which means I'm unlikely to kill with a cyber weapon, but maybe it's possible. But, again, I want to give it a fair shot. So, reaction crit chance, reaction crit damage. I still have no good way of printing crit, though. My eye lasers right now are minus accurate or minus evasion. Ballistic as pure is big. I should take that every time I can. Okay, I should really, really, really grab these nodes because this is huge. This is a really, really big deal for making these nodes actually pretty solid. It would actually make me want to replace my eye lasers with things that deal, you know, ballistic damage innately. But I know it's like kind of funny to grab this when it like literally. But if I'm going to be gun focused anyway, it makes sense. So that means if I'm grabbing these, I'm grabbing these 2. And I'm grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gets me all the stuff. 1, 2, 3, or there's grabbing these. See, so this is reaction crit chance. So this is like okay. This is pretty bad. This is reaction crit damage, which I'm not even sure is better. But this is strength HP, which allows me access to this side of the map, which I don't actually really need though. But what's the alternative? Like, what else could I even grab that would matter? I don't want stealth crit damage. That's garbage. Like this is the worst node I could possibly get. Going through here doesn't make any sense because this node unlocks more stuff. So I think it is going this way and grabbing, because at least the strength is recoil control. So I think it's this pathing. Okay. This looks very silly, but I can't think of better pathing. Right? This is worse than that, I think. That's what I believe to be true. I could, of course, be wrong, but it's what I believe to be true. So I can learn one more raw talent. I don't want to go for Redline. I'm not doing claw stuff. I should learn Berserk Haze. Then I'll go towards Pulse Gen Master later. I unfortunately have had to learn 6 travel nodes, which isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. Again, Pulse Gen Master is going to be next. That's fine. We could be lame and max out Burn Surge, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. Stun Strike giving down to 1 AP and minus 20 evasion is fine, but I still don't get a second charge, and I can only get the cooldown down to 4. That doesn't seem worth it to me. So I'm not going to invest here. I should definitely go for Eye Laser Master. 25 damage and a 3rd max charge is nice. 5, 10 accuracy is fine, but not as exciting. I'm already guaranteed a glancing hit, and so the damage differential of 5 accuracy is incredibly low. Like, one thing to keep in mind, right, is if I'm guaranteed a glance, I am guaranteed 30% damage. So, and that's at worst, right? If my base hit chance was already like 80% or something, I'm guaranteed like 70% damage, which means the value of 5 accuracy on my eye lasers is, at best, 5% chance for 70% of list damage, which is what? 5 times 0.7 is... Why am I blanking on really simple math? That's not 35%, is it? Yeah, it is, right? Or 3.5%? No, I'm griefing. Let's just move on before I grief myself or even harder. Either way, right? 5% chance for doing... Yeah, it's like 3.5% more damage. That's the math, right? 70% of 5%. Yeah. Okay. And this is just like 10 to 15%. So like it's extremely not close. I'll get that as balance feedback, actually. Game balance. Let's call it low. Laser Master accuracy node is critically weak. Since lasers... I know, like, the crit damage is a real thing, but, like, that's not enough of a reason. Are guaranteed a glance. 5% accuracy is only 5% times 70% damage differential, which is pretty terrible. By comparison, the 10 to 15% damage nodes are just strictly better in almost all contexts. If these were like literally like 25% accuracy each, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not guaranteed a glancing hit, I'm guaranteed like full hits. Now it's actually decent, and I would like care, but yeah. 5 accuracy is a trash node. Considering especially that you can't even get that many charges back because the base cooldown is like 3 turns, and you can only get 3 max charges. I'm down to try this stuff out, but I'm not going for this. There's no way. Other considerations, so overheat turns off prox mines, and disables cameras and motion detectors for only 1 turn. 2 AP, 1 charge. This is truly terrible. This is incredibly weak. You should not go out of your way to spend 2 travel nodes to unlock what is frankly pretty bad. 50 meters is not even very good, range. I can get a second charge of frankly pretty weak talent. I can drop the AP cost to 1. I can make the duration real. I mean, okay, fully destroying a prox mine is nice, don't get me wrong. That's actually pretty good. I don't know if detonating it's going to damage enemies. If it does, that's awesome. I have not played with this yet. I will attempt to. But I don't know why I would bother to invest in something that is just... I can just become a Vanguard, realistically, and save the travel points. Ash Protocol, I think, pretty solid. It's dissolve with more range, just out of the box. Like, it's a better dissolve out of the box, which is great. I think that's cool. I think it's actually thematically pretty solid here. Get the cooldown to 4. Okay, get the range. I don't need as much range by any means, but AP of 1, cooldown of 4. Of course, Resolve gets more charges, but hey, it's, kind of on the way to other stuff, but this is fine. Nova Beam, just basically functionally a grenade with my eye lasers. I think that's fine. Can make the radius 10 meters, which is cool. Get the actual range to 30. I don't know if I need more than 20 meters radius, but or range, but a 10 meter radius actually, pretty nice. More damage, I'm pretty willing to entertain. So I'm going to entertain this. I will grab Burn Surge after I cap these things out. And, like, maybe go here, although I don't think so. The fact that I can only use it every 4 turns means the investment's not really worth it, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get a good amount of Laser Master and a good amount here. So I kind of want to spend all 6 because I want radius and damage to give it a fair shot. But I think first things first, we go here. I mean, we're going to skip this stuff in the bottom for sure. But let's go ahead and get 25% more damage in a 3rd charge. And then let's go for... If I double the radius from 5 to 10, that's probably better than 50% more damage. I'm going to guess. I don't know if it's actually true. But let's do that, and let's see how it feels. And so this is going to be a gun-focused Warmachine. Probably going to give her, like, the AR and the SMG. Switch that over. Might end up running double Warmachine as my team comp, because why not? Let's try stuff out. Unfortunately, the move speed things are already in use, but I could switch... I don't know. I'll figure out what I want to switch out for, but... I guess let's get her out before we move on. Why not? Do we have a spare armor for you? Not yet. We have to unequip somebody to get that. All right, well, guess what? Liat, you're gonna ride the bench now, buddy. You're done. Might leave the Doomhammer with her so that she has something to do when she's not feeling very powerful. But I'm gonna move the assault rifle over. Did I? Yeah, I moved the armor over. Okay, good. You got the armor. Let's give you the assault rifle. And then what's my unique gun going to be on my Cyber Knight? I don't want to go double melee. That seems very, very bad. Sniper rifle? That sounds kind of whack, I'll be honest, but it might just be the play, because what else do I have going on? As weird as this looks, I think this is his build. You're going to be parked for a while, probably, but I think this is going to be the team. And realistically, if I hadn't lost my first Warmachine, I think my team would be 3 Warmachines. And then I'm like, okay, there's totally a world where my eventual team comp, like if I redo this at some point, is my CK becomes multi-class hacker and I play 3 Warmachines. It's not actually good, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's very powerful. But for creating interest, it would be. Just hire all 3 Warmachines in the game. Alright, well, you can undergo some more surgery. Also, in fact, we can check this right now. We now have Synth Muscle 3. 21 days is kind of long, but that is a lot of attributes. 6 reaction, 5 strength is pretty nice. Just, you know, not much else to be said except that it's pretty nice. And Dr. Karos has 8 beds, so I can get a lot of my team to grab these. That's pretty cool. Now, he's going to keep holding his Triank here. He's got Accelerator 3, which I think is roughly the cap of what is probably worth the time and the money. Accelerator 1 and 2 are solid as well, but hey, if you can get more initiative and evasion and tech, why not? This is not a prohibitive price. This one is honestly pretty solid as well. Accelerator 4 is too expensive for my tastes. If I wasn't yeah, I mean, just, again, we've already talked about this, but like, this is so expensive that I just can't, you know, realistically do that. What I do want, though, and I might try to play time forward for, Puppet Master is up in 6 days, and I ideally can line people up such that Dr. Karos can Puppet Master and bump all 4 of these on a future turn, as these 2 are... Oh, did I not actually buy this favor? Did I, like, not buy the gold key? No, I did, right? Because it was on my thing. Maybe I had 2 favors with her and I forgot. That's possible. Either way, right, these guys are in line first, then Dr. Karos is next. I have someone who can train. Let's do that. My hacker in the SimStream trainer. I have an unspent point. I've already capped out savagery. I've gotten what I want out of marker sites. I've gotten what I want out of iron grip. These are all done. I have open talent space though, so my belief is still that yes, you can get more damage by going into crosshair lock and things like run and gun. There's no more need for damage here, and so I like the utility coordinated charge. Also, again, crit damage twice is pretty sick. So, just to me, I don't know, to me this is like pretty easily the best option. Let's see, so what are we trying to do here? I need to make this legwork go well. Not going to play any more missions, right? We're already an hour into the episode, so we're done for now. But we will boost our legwork twice. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my barracks, since we're now pretty close to cap. And actually, I mean, I am capped at mercs now, and so if I want more space down the line, that, you know, should be open to me. Let's see. Cold storage upgrade, not needed yet, though at some point I will probably want Cryo 6. Actually, before I play time forward, let's go ahead and figure out who we can put implants into. I do want... Let's see. Okay, so another thing I'm thinking about is what can I properly balance back and forth? So this is at some point going to require me to run a new mission. Okay, sure. I want my Cyber Knight to probably get... Yeah, I want my level 3 legs. 10 days is not too long, and 1.36 million is not too bad either. But is he going to be needed? I mean, this is probably the best time I've got. Well, yeah, I can use face talents or something to delay whatever mission comes out of this. I think it'll probably be okay. Or I wait until the next mission is done. And when the next mission is done, I'll have that guaranteed lull, and then my CK goes down. I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to wait for this mission to be completed, and then once we have that, like, space of wait to get contacted again, that's when I'll send my Cyber Knight down for surgery. Like, that makes sense to me. My secondary hacker is still in surgery, so nothing here. Is there really nothing to put in for you? Yeah, so hand... Okay, let's compare hand blades to hand razors, because I don't actually know the difference here. So hand blades... Okay, so razors are more accurate and have pure damage. Wait, am I griefing? Who has what? Oh, you have Ripper blades. That's what it is. You have a special set of claws that I don't have access to. That's what it is. Okay. Right, and so blades deal kinetic damage, and razors deal pure damage. And I've got Ripper blades, which are slightly better than these. 150 kinetic, 150 crit. Okay, that makes sense. And you've got hand blades, which are 150 kinetic, 150 crit, but I think lower baseline accuracy. Yeah, these are... Okay, let's see. Yeah, 172 kinetic, and these are only 150 kinetic. Yeah, so they are just stronger. She comes with hand claws that are hard to improve for a very long time, and that's part of why she's so good at this. That makes sense. Okay, that's understandable now. And then, yeah, you've got a Lumen Spear, which is 10 crit vuln. I don't know if I can get a better one than this yet. I can get Lumen Spear 3, which will give me another 20 ballistic, which is kind of wild to only get 20 ballistic for 2 levels of the implant. But the crit vuln is plus 6%. Okay, sure, that's something. And then for the other Warmachine, you got this Bright Shot Optic. What's funny is I actually don't have level 3 available. Implant stress is 0, which is kind of great. But yeah, let's see. So my current optic is, because of buffs, 138 pure. And then will these be highlighted? Yes. Okay, it's 162 pure, and it's 25 evasion instead of 20 evasion, which, yeah, I mean, meaningful upgrade here, right? 14 days, 1.35 million, no stress is great. Oh, right, it also comes with, I forgot, these come with innate stats on them. I actually totally forgot about this. Lumen Spears don't. These are the weaker ones. They just come with some damage, and, you know, it is what it is. They're kind of crappy. But these Bright Shot Optics actually come with ranged accuracy, crit chance, and crit damage. And so that's, to be fair, a reason to bump your accuracy, because now, although Bright Spots, to be fair, are surprise crit only, so good luck with that one. But that is a reason to bump your accuracy, because if you don't get a basic hit, you can't roll a crit. So, okay, something there, sure. But of course, if you're a simple combatant, you know, go for a big display link and feel better about it with your even higher amounts of accuracy and whatnot. But there is a world where you, like, might consider this and say, like, hey, you know, I'm running the Bright Spot Optic 3, Bright Shot Optic 3, and it's like, okay, -4 crit, -1 accuracy, but I have on-demand 25 evasion, which, like, it is reasonable to make that comparison and be like, actually, I'll pick the Optic. It costs you 1 or 2 AP to do it, but, like, it is not unreasonable to be like, I would rather have the on-demand giant accuracy buff, right? 1 accuracy forever, or 25 accuracy when you need it, that your team can use. I think it's realistic to say that you would rather have that. Even though the basic one is still 15 evasion, which, like, I think is pretty reasonable, right? Like, these are at comparable points in time. -1 hit chance, -3 crit chance. You still get the crit damage here, and you get 15 evasion on demand. I think it's reasonable, right? I think it's actually a fairly reasonable choice you could make. So I'm not a complete hater. I want Accelerator 3 on her at some point, but I want her to go on missions as soon as possible. So right now I am waiting. I'm going to wait for limit breaks and whatnot. So as I sit here and keep going back and forth into my space here, who is able to go on missions or who's able to go take implants, it's going to be guys like this. Go put on Synth Muscle 3, get a pretty large bump of 1 more strength, 2 more reaction, and I'm going to start putting this into a bunch of my mercs. I think Synth Muscle 4 is extremely expensive from memory, so while we are going to be running like this 4 as much as I can, everyone else, once you're done with legwork, is going to be able to go and take new implants. Was there anything I could have given you that was actually going to be good? Not these. I don't want to go for hand blades. No, there's nothing in the arm slot here. For skin, I'm tempted to go derma lacing just to make you tankier. 14 days and 2 million is not cheap. Dermal sheath, another option, which is still light armor only as well. This actually might come out of Battletank. I think that's true. I'm going to go and tab over and check this because I just forget. Cyberware, Control F, and this is Battletank 1. Battletank 1 only has 2 things. It's, yeah, Dermal Sheath 1, and it's Synth Muscle 3. So this is the other option for Battletank. I can, on demand, basically once per mission, be immune for 2 hits. That's let's be clear, really good. It's cheap. I'm already only using light armor only. I get an 8/5 evasion and 10 pure damage armor. I'm pretty much down for this. It's cheap. I can get a lot of people into this, and yeah, I'm game for Dermal Sheath on a lot of people here. This seems kind of good to me. You're in the trainer. You don't need to be. Considering I'm not going to run any missions for a while, I might kick people out of the trainer and have them go take implants. You have almost nothing on you, in fact. So yeah, I'm gonna have these people leave the trainer and have them put on. Oh yeah, I screwed up and gave him toner on accident because he's not meant to be a real hacker. Okay, I'm gonna kick these guys out of the trainer and have them get implants. We're just gonna give all of them the same stuff, which is just give them all the legs. I think it's worth it, personally. It's a good amount of stats, and they can all make use out of them. Although I think she probably wants the recoil control. It's not terribly expensive, but giving a sniper recoil control who is... Wait, no, we multi-class her into soldier, right? She's not in Iron Grip right now. Honestly, I'm 2-point starved. Let's just go for the recoil triank. Even though it's totally a world where it might have been correct to go the other way around and take synth muscle and... Okay, this does give me 10% recoil control, but this gives me 34%. And the -4 is useful as well. Now we're going to go for the triank. Great. And then if I had more people, I could do more surgeries, but you're better with legwork, although that'll be changing very soon. I don't know if I need to upgrade your synth muscle by 1 tier. Alright, let's see how we did. Didn't have to shoot any pirates, but the river was busy with all sorts of riffraff. When you said the shipment of drugs was little, it was good your mules came to pick it up, because I wasn't carrying 100 kilos out there on my back. Everything's in good hands now. We got favors and influence. That's wonderful. She is able to go under surgery now as well herself. I have 900k. Nothing I really want to grab here, though. None of this. Oh, right, there's a combat link. I forgot. I don't think I have this filtered out yet. The combat link in the deep brain slot, I don't think is in my list of options. So yeah, this is actually relatively new, and it gives cyber weapon damage. This needs to be added to... this also comes from Battletank, I believe. I could be sure. Let's double check. Yeah, Dr. Karos gets it. It's almost certainly Battletank. So this needs to go in all my war machines. 14 days, 400k is not terrible, but... and now it actually gives a innate crit and evasion. I'm down for this being on almost everybody, to be honest. I don't know when high level combat links come out. I actually don't know. This one is not in my notes, so I couldn't tell you. But this is looking kind of playable. I mean, almost certainly for my war machines, but I need to wait for that 14-day downtime to matter and, like, have that space. But, yeah, they're all going to have this, and they're going to enjoy it, for sure. I don't think she has any great options here, aside from going for Dermal Sheath, which, again, I think is actually a pretty reasonable option. Would not mind if these things simply gave stats, but let's go for it. I have no one for legwork now, which is a little bit scary, but surely everything will be fine. What could possibly go wrong with my entire team down for cyber surgery? Literally nothing, right? Height break for you. I think we cap out Handshaker. Another 1 point in strength, another 15 health, 2 accuracy, 6% kinetic spear, and make it 7 because of the strength. Oh, absolutely. That is... that is some power right there. This guy has a really solid 40% bonus kinetic and then 43 kinetic is pure. That is so silly. That is such an absolutely silly amount of power. And then at some point I can come in and grab synth muscle and grab another 5 strength, get another 5% kinetic is pure, another 6 move speed and one initiation or initiative from reaction. Get me in there. I'm already plus 22 initiative. My mineral is 24. It's like quite silly. And at some point I guess I already have wired nerves, which is probably good enough for me, which is the on-action, you know, AP, which I think is pretty worthwhile. Alright, let's keep playing time forward then. Height break for you, cool. Obviously we take Milset command for both of these stats, why wouldn't I? Loyalty to 60, which is good enough for me, so we grab Persuasion for payments, we grab Handling for everything else. That is Merc XP. Simstream Trainer on the way to being upgraded. I no longer have the money for it. It's not the end of the world, but at some point I would want that. Actually, you know what? I've got a bunch of stuff I can sell, pretty much for sure. Just start selling all this garbage. I'm never going to want it. Although I really should have considered selling these Dr. Karos for favors, although you already owe me a bunch, so I don't think I care. Let's just take cash. No one else matters here. Yeah, we're going to take cash. We're going to sell the heavy armors because I don't care. A bunch of Drifter steel cores. 1.2 million. Nice. This Northwind's X-Core. And, I mean, I don't care about this light suit, that's for sure. And I don't know if I care about this, but I'll hold on to it just in case. Just in case I need more armor on somebody. I shouldn't need it, but it's my best light armor, so we'll stay as it is. As for weapons, I'm sure I can get rid of some of these. Actually, I've got a better thing here, so a little bit of tiny bit of money there. Get rid of that. Get rid of the stun club. I've got a few too many berserker blades realistically. I should sell one. I've got quite a lot of SMGs. I should sell at least one or two. I've already got another automatic Viper, so this is a second one. I've also got quite a lot of pistols, right? The signature, the sure sign, the detective special. So the sure sign is clearly better, and then the signature is clearly better than the sure signs. Let's get rid of you. Okay, a lot of cash on hand. That's great. I'll leave one hyper club just in case. I have a backup replacement E-rifle just in case. I have this urban assault just in case. This all seems fine. Backup shotgun, backup AR. Allows me to bump my Sims Dream Trainer. Seems good. Not much else I'm looking for here. I could bump the cooling just in case. I don't know why I would. I think it's fine like this. Let's just kind of stay as we are. It's time to start negotiations with Byron. My quant will meet with Byron in person to gauge him, his seriousness in his endeavor, and to hash out a draft agreement. Your next part is simple. I need you to bodyguard Diato. There are clearly enemies hiding in the wings who are trying to prevent us from reaching an agreement. Either way, they would prefer that I stay out of play, or they think this is a chance to wound me. Either way, I need you there to make sure this goes off smoothly. Opening bid is ready to be planned at the Command HQ. Opening bid does not require anybody here, so I could park my Cyber Knight. It is a 2-part mission, by the way. We get paid 1 million. She gets some influence. Due in 5 days. I'm tempted to play as slowly as I can to let other people recover from cyber surgery. It's interesting that this hasn't popped yet. I find that interesting. I will play time forward and see what happens. Influence break for you. I don't want to bump detail oriented. I want to bump your Jupiter decks. Let's trade a favor. Jupiter decks to 3. That is what I want. Are you done, by the way? Let's sort by name. Dance Hall, you are done. Jupiter decks are capped out. So what does this mean for cyber decks? Powerful and rare. So it stopped here at the custom spec. We bought the Titan Elite. The Titan Sys was, what, a different version of that. Titan Dev was one of these. The Titan Sec was the worst Elite, and now we have the Jupiter Commander. The Jupiter Commander Elite compared to the Titan Elite, which we bought. Commander is strictly superior. Holy moly, these numbers. 12 million. Okay, it's really 8 million. This is 50% increased because of my difficulty settings. We get program level 12. We get 12 max programs. There is no world in which we can actually fit 3,000 program. I mean, like, I don't even think there are enough 300 IO programs available. I guess Nuke is pretty close. I guess you could fit multiple copies of Nuke in your cyber deck at once. For fun, I guess. And then, yeah. 690 IO is useful. IO is your primary constraint when playing nuke-focused builds. I mean, it's even my constraint now. I'm basically not running out of AP unless I'm downloading a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, this is an improvement. I mean, it's clearly the best cyber deck in the game. It costs an arm and a leg, but yeah, yeah, great. I buy it. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. I literally can't. But yeah, it's pretty sick. Cool. Good for you. Vantha Drip is in line, and then Dr. Karos right behind. Puppet Master is 4 days away. Let's keep playing time forward. I'm glad you're willing to consider me as your new employer. I want to do my own investigation into the manipulation of the dataless block governance smart contracts. The latest changes to the governance have been making big waves. But they were able to make the changes because someone has been stockpiling and consolidating shares that weren't previously voting. The battle over the bio-verification proved that this determined group has enough votes to push through what should have been a lengthy, year-long battle to adjust the governance contract. I need you to inject a virus into the CPU of a contracting relay in the network of Terapian and Sons, a Jupiter subsidiary which maintains most of the smart contracting. Alright. We could choose to not sign on, or give us the Terapian address. We'll crack it wide open. A high-dollar hack like this is in our wheelhouse. We're ready. Pandora's suitcase is ready to be planned. We've got a tip on a scav raid. Don't care too much. So here is our scav raid from Dusty. Not that I care about Dusty's services. Not that I care about fighting Werner Braun. They clearly don't have any new stuff for me here. Pandora's suitcase is due at some point in time. Not going to run it this episode. Opening bid, of course, required here is a two-parter. I will probably follow up with Pandora's suitcase toward the end. Still might want to run this at some point as well. I'm not sure exactly when. Maybe next episode. I'm not sure. But I do want to bump Street Wetware for Vertigo if I can help it. And FSC might have things that I care about. I'm going to play as much time as I can to try to get limit breaks. 4 days away, and this should be okay. Counter Intel's level 4. Great. I'm thinking let's blow off heat. That seems like a good idea right now to try to get down a little bit lower. Influence break for you. Gamma Clinic to 4. Yes, please. Puppet Master 2 days out. That's fine. But yeah, Gamma Clinic to 4 should be capping out. We can double check that that's true. Need to be towards the bottom here. Vanthadrip has capped out Gamma Clinic. That's great. Let me... Gamma Clinic 4 has 2 options. It's always wired nerves and delta wire, basically. I think there's nothing else it really does, for the most part. So, if I went in here, it's wired nerves 4, which is this guy, and it's delta wire 4, which is this guy. So, from delta wire 3 to 4, what we get is +2 will. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like going back and forth across something. Yeah, it's +2 will. It is 2% move speed penalty mitigation, and it's +1 initiative. And that's just, yeah, you get some extra stats if you want to spend the extra 13 million. Wired Nerves 3 to Wired Nerves 4 comes with +1 reaction. You lose even more health. You get even more wound and stress res. You get another move speed. So really all it gives you to go to Wired Nerves 4, to be fair, actually, no, it gives you 3 action points, which is a big deal. So it gives you a better active, which is obviously pretty relevant. +1 reaction, +3 mitigated move speed. And then if you care about the downside, you care about the downside. But both price points are really high, obviously. The big thing from going from Wired Nerves 2 to 3 is the 1 permanent oof point. And then the big jump from Wired Nerves 3 to 4 is getting the 3rd action point. Going from Nerves 1 to Nerves 2 is the 2nd AP. So it's like +1 AP, +1 permanent move point, +1 AP on the active. The 1 permanent move point is the pretty big deal here, but it's just the price point's really tough. And then going this way with the Delta Wires, right? Delta Wire 1 to Delta Wire 2, just some stats, not too much to bring up, to bring up. Delta Wire 2 to 3 gives you a move point, and it's not that much more expensive. You can get it. You're, really happy. That does require Gamma Clinic 3 though, so good luck. You need that power play. And then Delta Wire 3 to 4 is pretty small. It's just stats, so you mostly don't care. But that's that service completed, which is cool. Here's my team basically for whenever it's time for that. And it is unlikely that Dr. Kairos limit breaks right before I get Puppet Master back, and this is due, but wow, she actually hit it early. Darn, I also, I mean, I guess we just take Rootmaker programs, because why not? But yeah, she popped right away. I'll have to give her much more files so I can Puppet Master her next time. But yeah, let's go bump Rootmaker programs. That seems pretty appropriate. I don't know if it's capped out or not at this point. I guess we're going to find out. Dr. Kairos is where? Here, with 30 influence. Rootmaker is capped out now. We could Coke Aspire for fun. Generate a mission, generate 10 influence. Maybe. I have 2 charges, so I might as well use them somewhere. I'll think about it if I want to go for her specifically. Regardless, programs here, let's say only Dr. Kairos. She now sells Cloak 3. So 80, 100, 120. I think this is new. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm griefing. Dragline 1, 2, and 3. Kind of fun stuff there. Now sells Nuke 1 fast. I believe that is new as well, if I recall correctly. Scan 4 is actually Scan 4. They fixed it. Great. It's actually loaded into that one. And with the Threaded Quantum Compressor, which is load the utility program to gain 250 IO, 4 tally per action, but we have Cloak to handle that. And we have 12 concussion health per turn. So it's going to take a turn to pay off in the first place, right? If it obviously don't want to get it unloaded, so I'm going to need to protect it with like a decoy or something. And on the first turn, right, the eye is not going to pay for the memory footprint here. But if I can hold on to that, right, if I can use Cloak to handle this, right, on the first turn, spend like 300 IO to get -6 tally. Spend another 300 IO to get plus 250 IO on a future turn. Mitigate the tally penalties for the most part. And ideally, I go through the turn, the hacks pretty quickly, because as I have, 300 more IO, or 250 more IO, I can get pretty far. Right, I can get through several more nodes in a turn with two extra program loads. I think it gets there. I could buy it. Yeah, neat stuff. And then, yeah, Dragline just, I mean, +6 turns is truly infinity here. Nuke 1 fast is, I have basic level 1 nuke, but it comes with 50 IO per turn, so it kind of helps slightly pay for itself. And that's the service, right? That's what she gives. I mean, Cloak is sick. Deception, Disarm, Sleaze 3 is sick. For really optimized, I mean, like, you might want Dragline if you don't have someone like Remy who already kind of comes with this. Scan 4, I'll have to kind of do some math to figure out if it's better than Scan 3. I guess we can put all the sellers back in and try to compare Scan more directly. Scan 3 to Scan 4. Let's see. Oh, it's still the same program, right? It's still 8 charges. It's still 1 AP. It's the same. So it's called Scan 4, but it's the exact same spell, right? It's the exact same thing, so I don't know if that's intended or not. It still feels like it's kind of the same thing. I'm going to give this as feedback. Feedback. Let's call it, I don't know, medium. Scan 3 and Scan 4 are identical. I don't think they should be. Yeah. Feels weird that every single, like, facet of the ability is the exact same. Could it be 0 AP like the other max level programs? Get more charges? Maybe? Seems kind of odd. Might be a bug, right? Might just be, the wrong data is written to the wrong cells. Who knows? But, yeah, compared to how much this stuff is nicer. I think it's like last time I was here, it didn't have the name updated, right? It was just called Scan 3 in both cases, so something was like slightly off. So now it's a little different, and the name is updated, but, the active stuff is wrong. So, something to me seems slightly off here. Anyway, that's all I can really go for here. No one else is exactly in line, although, I mean, yeah, 24 hours Puppet Master. I'm going to go ahead and I think I co-conspire her just to generate the 10 influence. She'll have some kind of mission. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's going to be infiltrate and download, looks like. Against Matsumoto. Okay, fine. Seems reasonable enough. We know we've got a mission to plan. Our Matrix Snoop. There's an orange host here. There's an orange host here as well. I don't know if I want to do optional hacking against D-Cartel. I might. I probably will, actually. Let's go buy the Snoop. Let's go buy the camera stuff. Our mercs to deploy are going to be this. This is our team. Seems good. Warmachine squad. We'll, give her a couple of rounds. That's going to be in a little bit, though. We're going to clean up all these missions. Well, we're going to maybe clean this one up. And then it might be something like this is one episode, and then this is another episode, because it's a two-parter. I'm not sure just yet, but we'll figure it out. Trying to have the episodes all be 2 hours long if I can help it. I know for this one, about 50 minutes of it was just base management. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.